Hey, Amanda! You there? I thought I told you I was going out with my friends today. I can't believe you didn't have breakfast ready! Again! You're in your room, right? It was so quiet this morning I thought you were gone. Saw your keys on the kitchen table.
Sorry, Brian. Actually, I think I have a little fever.
Huh? Seriously? What, did you catch a cold or something?
I really hate to do this to you, but I may need to go to the hospital.
Excuse me? I thought I told you I was going out with friends today. I planned this since last week. I can't just not show up. What's a little fever? Staying in bed just makes it worse. What are you, a kid? It's way obvious that you just want to get out of doing any housework or cook breakfast for me. Sheesh. Just get your ass out of bed and make me breakfast, would you? I don't have much time, for God's sake. I can't believe it. Are you up yet? You're really doing this, huh? Really going to go AWOL on me? All right then. Guess I'm going to have to use a little of my wakey recipe on you. What I need is some ice and a bucket. Fill that up with plenty of water, and then presto! Alrighty, all set! Darn it, no breakfast. Going to have to grab something on the way, I guess. Probably tastes better than anything we got here. Hey, Amanda! Are you still in bed? I don't have time. I'm already late, so I'm off. I dumped some ice water on you to help with that fever of yours. I'm sure that did the trick. Be up and about by the time I get home. You got that? I don't have time for this, so we'll talk later about disciplinary measures.
Hello, Amanda. Are you up and about? You called yesterday morning saying you weren't feeling well. How are you doing now? Any better? If you're still under the weather, I thought I would stop in later. Maybe I could cook you up something or, anything you need.
Hey, Mom. Is that you? I'm cold.
Huh? What's the matter? Did you still have a fever? Where the hell is Brian? He should be there by your side at a time like this. Today's his day off, right? Don't tell me he's not there taking care of you. Amanda, are you there?
He's not here.
Excuse me? He's not there? Where the hell is he? He's obviously not working, so are you saying he's out with friends or something? Amanda, are you okay? What's wrong? You're scaring me. Amanda, please answer me. I'm on my way. Hold on. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Brian, where the hell are you? Do you realize your wife is sick? She has a high fever. She's burning up.
Huh? Who? Oh, hey, Mom. What's up? What's all the flap?
Amanda is very sick. One look and it's obvious. What the hell is wrong with you? Where in the name of gods are you, son?
What are you getting all worked up about, Mom? I'm meeting with friends. It's my day off. I can do what I want.
Are you serious, Brian?
Oh, jeez. Don't tell me she's being a pain in the ass to you, too. Oh, boy. Always currying favor with you. You're spoiling her, Mom. You're just too kind to her. Yesterday, she was faking having a fever. Just trying to get out of doing house chores. So obvious. She didn't even make me breakfast. Just lying around in bed all morning. She's so darn lazy. I told her I was going out with my friends like a week ago. I don't see why she can't make a little breakfast even with a little fever. At least she should have made some coffee. So useless.
And so, what did you do?
I had no choice but to stop off at a drive-thru and buy burger and fries.
That's not what I'm asking, son. What I'm asking is what you did before you left home. What did you do to Amanda?
What do you mean?
You really should have taken her to the hospital, but no, you couldn't even do that. Did you really dump a bucket of ice-cold water on her? Really? Is that what a normal person does? I can't believe you did that, Brian. Not only that, you threw open the windows to let cold air in. Why do that? Then without second thought, you go off to see your friends. Your wife told you she wasn't feeling well. Why didn't you listen? Why didn't you take her temperature? A hand on her forehead would have told you she was running a fever, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, that's why You know, you have a fever, you cool it down, hence the ice water. Thought it was the best remedy. I opened the window to get her some fresh air.
She needed to get warm, not put into deep freeze, for Pete's sake. You just made her condition worse. I mean, what did you expect? Dump ice-cold water on her in her bed? Throw the windows open? Really? She's not some barnyard dog.
I had to do something. I didn't have time. My friends were waiting and...
Please, I've heard enough.
Come on, Mom. Why are you so pissed?
Well, because Amanda was taken to the hospital by ambulance. She was taken to the ER.
Excuse me? You can't be serious, Mom. Taken away by ambulance for a little fever? What's ER going to do? Give her an aspirin and send her home? Please.
She had a temperature of over 103 degrees Fahrenheit with symptoms of pneumonia, difficulty breathing. When I got there, she was unconscious. I called the ambulance right away. She looked so bad, I thought she wasn't going to make it. But the hospital did what they could, and now she's in stable condition, but still has a fever. I hate to imagine what would have happened if I hadn't arrived in time.
Yeah, well, I was only trying to, just wanted to toughen her up is all. I thought I was doing her a favor. Yeah, I suppose I went a little too far, but it was for her own good.
Excuse me? Have you gone total bat crazy, son?
You know her. She's not working. Just a housewife staying at home all day. So I figured I should...
Please stop. I don't want to hear your lame excuses.
Right. By the way, which hospital is Amanda at?
Sorry, I'm not going to tell you.
Huh? Seriously? Why not?
I was going to, of course. She's your wife, after all. But after hearing you trying to legitimize your despicable behavior, what good would it do to tell you? If you show up at the hospital, you would just make things worse. Once she sees you, her condition would probably deteriorate further. No need for you to come to the hospital. I don't want you dumping ice-cold water on her again.
But Mom, you can't just block me from going.
Oh, yes, I can. And I will not allow you to see her until she gives me permission. Not until then.
Come on, Mom, be reasonable, would you? Hey, Amanda! I heard you're out of the hospital and back to normal. You went straight to your parents' place, I hear. Well, it's been a month, Amanda. How about coming home pretty soon? What do you say? The place is a mess. Dust everywhere, and the laundry is piling up like crazy. I've been wearing the same shirt for days. And meals? I'm really getting sick of takeout and that drive-thru crap. Starting to taste like cardboard. The bath needs cleaning too. Hair and gunk in the train. Yuck!
Wow. That's all you can say after 1 month, huh?
Yeah, well, I know I was partially to blame for what I did to you last month, but it's been a month for God's sake. How long is this little marital dispute going to last? Right? Let's just forget about it and get back to married life.
You really have no idea, do you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Divorce. I'm talking about divorce.
Seriously? I'm really not in the mood for dumb jokes. I'm serious here. I'm talking about our future. Divorce? Where'd that even come from?
I'm currently talking to my lawyer about how to proceed.
Did you just say lawyer?
My lawyer will probably get in touch with you in a few days, so just so you know.
Hey, come on, Amanda! Hey, Amanda, pick up! Come on! What's this about compensation? You're demanding money from me? Seriously?
I know where you went that day. You know that day when I had the fever and I was taken to the hospital? I know all about it.
What are you talking about?
It seems you were on a date with your girlfriend, cheating on your wife, it seems. You were so focused on that little date of yours and left me despite my dire condition. Actually, you should thank me. I could have pressed charges for endangering my life. I could have died or been permanently impaired. I discussed the circumstances with my lawyer, and he came up with a reasonable number for the compensation amount. We expect to be paid. Don't go shrinking on your responsibilities.
Hold it 1 second! Who the hell is cheating on you? I have no idea what you're talking about! You have no proof I was cheating on you! Give me a break! Just because you want a divorce doesn't mean you can just make shit up!
Why do you think I hired a lawyer if I didn't have ample proof? I would not have retained a lawyer, or didn't you even think that far?
But you can't...
And what's more, while I was at my parents' place, you brought your girlfriend into our home.
Yeah, right! I would never do that!
Oh, really? Your mom saw you.
Huh? My mom?
I was incapacitated, resting at home, so your mom hired a private detective and did some checking herself. Well, all that work paid off, apparently. We got a truckload of evidence. You know, photos, text messages, witness accounts, the works.
Are you serious?
Oh, and we also sent a compensation demand to your partner in crime.
You what?
She's your boss at work, I hear. Nice one. They tell me you two were neglecting work and using the conference room as some kind of lover's nest.
Why do you even know that?
Apparently, some of your work colleagues knew what you guys were up to. Bet you thought you were being sneaky. How embarrassing. I mean, really, Brian. You guys constantly booking meeting rooms and not coming out for hours? Did you really think nobody noticed?
What? You're making this up, right?
You wish. So, that's the situation. Oh, forgot one more.
There's more?
Your partner in this adulterous affair? Her husband will probably be contacting you too. More money, I'm sure.
Come on, no way!
Come to grips with it, Brian. What you did was despicable, and now you're going to pay the consequences for your actions. Simple as that.
This is not happening! We're both finished! We'll be fired over this! What am I going to do? Mom! I know you're there! Pick up! I thought you were on my side! When did you turn against your own son? I was worried about you and found out you're not at home! What the hell is going on?
I'm thinking about selling the place.
Excuse me? Are you serious?
Your dad passed away 10 years ago. Maybe that place is just too big for me to live there alone. I thought I would sell it and buy a small condo by the sea with a nice view, preferably.
A condo? By the sea? Really? What about me? If you're going to sell that house, I need the money to pay off the compensation! Without it, I'm finished! I won't even have a job come the end of the month thanks to you and Amanda!
Sorry? Why do I have to cover for you? That's your problem. I have nothing to do with it.
For one, you're my mother, for God's sake! You can help your son, can't you?
You really think I would give money to a son I plan to cut ties with? To be honest, I don't think of you as my son anymore, after what you did to Amanda.
Cut ties? With your son? Seriously?
I've already arrived at the apartment I'm renting temporarily. Once I get the house sold, I'll look for a nice condo by the sea. Kind of exciting, to be honest.
You already moved out? Tell me where you're at! Give me the address right this second, Mom!
Sorry, no can do. And stop calling me Mom.
Huh? Why not?
I never want to see you again, that's why. Isn't that what cut ties means? I no longer have a son. There, I said it.
But why cut ties? Come on, Mom! We're blood related! You can't just delete that!
I certainly can. Goodbye, former son.
Why? Why you, Mom? I thought I could count on you, Mom! Please!
I asked my mother-in-law if I should really have gone all the way with my ex. She was adamant that I did the right thing, and she had no regrets about cutting ties with her son. As a matter of fact, she said she was happy that she gained a beautiful daughter. As for Brian and his partner in crime, they were both fired from their jobs, and last I heard they moved in with Brian's grandparents. I received the first check from them soon after. Apparently, they both landed jobs somewhere. My mother-in-law's in touch with her folks. They seem to be keeping an eye on them. I never really think of them anymore. Actually, I really don't care what happens to them, as long as they keep paying me. I'm just glad I gained a kind and considerate mother. We meet often for lunch at her beautiful new condo on the beach. Man, what a view!
Hey, Kevin, how many times do I have to tell you that you're not allowed to park your car here?
Hi, Jimmy. What's the problem? I just parked my car in the parking zones for residents. Everybody in the neighborhood park there, right?
Yeah, everyone can park here except for you.
Why? I'm a resident here too. My family has moved here for 2 months already. I spent over $2 million on buying the house here, and now you're telling me I can't park my car in a resident's parking lot? Do you have any problem with me?
Oh, please. You're a black dude. Who can make sure that you took that money from the legal business? Those niggers can only do, the most menial and degrading employment in society. So how can you earn so much money if you're a no-good, gun-packing, robbery, murder, and drug dealer?
Jimmy, do you have any problem with my skin color? I've told you many times that I have my own company, and it's doing very well. And I'm an American citizen, and just like everybody else there, I always obey the law.
You're so funny. How can you compare us, white supremacists, to, a freaky, smelly, dirty, and nasty species like you? Oh, don't take my words too seriously. That's just a joke. Does that kind of talk offend you?
Jimmy, I wouldn't say I like the way you talk, or your joke either. So please, never say that to my family, or me, ever again.
You're so lame. I just want to create a friendly and enjoyable atmosphere. Well, I guess that's just enough fun. But about the parking lot, I'm very serious about it. You need to move now.
Excuse me? Why do I have to move? I have the right to park here.
Oh, you have to understand our circumstances. This used to be a very peaceful neighborhood, and only white people. But suddenly, you moved here and broke our peace. And as the mayor of this town, I need to ensure that everyone is safe.
So, what's related to my parking lot?
Well, because there's no security at the parking zone, so citizens in this town are very worried that you can call your gang to come here at night and steal their car or put drugs into their car trunk to harm them.
What? Why do you think I can do that? I've had no previous criminal record or broken the law. You can't just casually accuse me like that. The Browns moved to this town at the same time as us, but why didn't you tell them that?
Because they're white, so I'm positively sure that they're good people. To be honest, we don't want you to move here at first. When I heard that the old owner would sell the house to you, I tried to convince him not to sell the house to black people, but only to sell the house to white people. But do you know what he said to me? That was the ridiculous thing I've ever heard. He said that everyone had greatness in them, no matter their skin. Oh my God, even now when I think about it, I still can't stop laughing.
I see nothing worth laughing about him. He said it right. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Oh really? But shouldn't the cover of a book show its contents? Like a horror book that usually has a cover of scary killers or monsters? And look at you. You look exactly like those monsters with your black skin.
Hey, you've insulted me enough.
No, don't misunderstand me. I didn't offend you at all. I'm just sharing with you our concerns and concerns about the danger your family may pose to us. One more thing I need to talk about with you too. Can you and your family please wear a mask outside and always close all your house doors and windows?
Why is that? Is there any disease?
Yeah, I guess so. Doctors in the town allege that blacks live in filth and spread diseases. In other words, your family's a source of pollution. And we're very worried that our children might get the respiratory illness from your house. So I hope you can tell your son to limit going out and playing with the kids in the neighborhood.
Jimmy, it seems too coercive to my son and me. And I think you should find another doctor with more education and knowledge, because that is pure prejudice. Science is now very advanced, and a lot of studies have shown that black people are just like normal people. We don't have any diseases.
Yeah, you can say everything you want. We only believe what we want to believe. So now, move your car out of the parking zone and close all your house doors. This now has been my orders, not just recommendations anymore.
No, Jimmy. That's a violation of my rights.
Right? You have no right. Black people have no civil rights, but obey the orders of white people. Are we clear here? I think I've told you enough. Now excuse me, I will have to prepare for the upcoming re-election. You should follow my orders and stop wasting my time.
Well, I won't. What are you trying to prove here, Jimmy? My wife told me today she went to the grocery store and butcher shop to buy food, but they refused to let her inside because she didn't wear a face mask. The shop owner said that was your order. What the hell is going on here?
Oh, hi, Kevin. I thought I said very clearly before that if your family member doesn't wear a face mask when going outside, the shops have the right to refuse to serve. You agreed that you'll do as I said, but in the end you didn't, so I have no choice but to use drastic measures. I'm sorry, but this is your family's fault.
No, Jimmy, you said nothing that my family would be isolated or ostracized like this. Besides, I obviously said that I wouldn't follow your unreasonable and full of discrimination towards black.
Oh, I didn't tell you about the consequences if you hadn't followed my orders, huh? Sorry, my bad. But now you know it already, right? So next time, be cautious and listen carefully to my words.
I can't believe you can go that far. My son just came home from school, and he even had to walk because the bus driver wouldn't let him on the bus because he was afraid my son would catch an infection. My son's covered in wounds all over, and he's crying a lot. He said your son led his classmates to tease him, call him a monster, and beat him up. The teacher saw it but pretended nothing had happened. Is this what you call a civilized and safe neighborhood?
Oh, you are so sensitive. It's just a joke between boys. Your son is so weak. Instead of complaining to me, you should teach him how to get along with friends. No, you should change schools for him. We also don't want our kids to attend the same school as black kids. Your son will spoil our kids. Send him back to the black school. Your stupid son isn't smart enough to keep up with the curriculum here anyway.
Enough said, eh? As a dad, you should have taught your son to be a good person and treat everyone equally, not discriminate against others just because of their different skin color. I'm really concerned about what your son will become when he grows up and thinks his actions are normal. You're turning your son into a racist.
What are you talking about? Everything is easy to solve. Don't make things more complicated. You and your family just need to return to the slums filled with criminals and deviant hip-hop. Then there will be another rich white family moving here. Everyone return to their respective positions, and the problem would be resolved peacefully.
So in the end, you still want to chase us away? For what? We've not harmed you at all. We just want to live in peace.
We also just want to live in peace. Listen, next week, the president of a chain of 5-star hotels and luxury restaurants with hundreds of branches across the country will visit the town. He's considering seeing if he can invest in this town. It will help the town become an attractive traveling destination for white people. And I want to run for governor soon, so I don't want to lose this opportunity. Suppose he comes here and sees that a black family is living here. In that case, he will definitely not agree to invest anymore, because he thinks it's full of dirty criminals here.
You're talking about X Group?
Yes, of course I'm talking about them. Don't you see that I've spent a lot of money to make a welcome board for X Group to visit right outside my office?
But how can you ensure that he's white and will be racist like you?
Oh, don't use that harsh word to talk about me. I'm not a racist. I just want people to go back to where they fit best. You always ask me ridiculous questions. The chairman of X Group is an extremely talented person. He succeeded at a very young age. Such talented people can only be white.
Well, nothing can be sure. You haven't met the chairman, right?
Yeah, I don't. He's humble, so I can't find any image of him on the internet because he always hides his face. Everything I worked on through his secretary, who told me his boss was very difficult. He cares about society, as well as the living environment of the places where he intends to invest. Oh, everything was still going perfectly until your family showed up. Well, now I have to find a way to get this trash out of town as quickly as possible.
Excuse me? You called my family trash?
Oh no, don't care about it, Kevin. I'm just whining myself. Besides, it's just a comparison, not a big deal.
You know what? I think you're right. You just want this place to come better to help people improve your lives. If so, I have nothing to oppose you, right? Well, I'm in.
Oh, wait, you what?
I will help you to make sure this town has the healthiest living environment possible.
Oh my God, are you serious? Your family will move out of this town? That's the most amazing thing I've ever heard from you. You've changed my thought about black. Ha! They seem to be very obedient to white people too.
Well, I'm full of surprises. But I have a much better idea than moving out. You'll find out soon.
Huh? What are you talking about, Kevin? Where are you? Are you disappear into the air? What the hell is going on there? Are you out of your mind? Are you messing with me? How dare you compete for mayor with me? Is this the way you think to solve the problem? What crazy idea is this?
Oh, hello, Mayor Jimmy. Or should I call you former Mayor Jimmy? Do you like this idea of mine? I'm sure this idea of mine can get to the root of the problem and make this town friendlier.
You must stop talking nonsense and withdraw quickly from this election. The investment is coming in just 40 minutes, and everything's messed up because of you. I won't let all my dedication and hard work all these years go up in smoke just because of your stupidity. You're such a daydreamer. Everyone in this town hates your family. Surely no one will vote for you but yourself.
Well, no. More than 2/3 of this town's citizens said they would vote for me.
People here are not stupid enough to elect a black guy to be mayor and then lose the opportunity to invest. You're a terrible liar.
Sorry, but I have to announce to you that I told the truth. In the past few days, I've been knocking on people's doors to convince them to vote for me. Although a few entries have closed immediately, many people will listen to me. And I was finally able to convince them to vote for me.
What? No way! You must have used force to threaten them to vote for you, right? They would never allow a nigger like you to rule this town.
One more time, Jimmy. I hurt nobody. I just sat down and talked to them. They told me they were tired of obeying a monopolistic mayor like you all day. You always ordered them to hate my family, even though they held no grudges against us. But they have no other way, because you are the richest man and hold all the control here. Those who disobey your orders will be chased away by all means, like you are doing to me.
What? How dare those ungrateful fools talk about me like that? Without my leadership, the town would not have developed into what it is today. Those ungrateful bastards.
I also mentioned the matter of school education to them, and they said they were also deeply concerned when his son repeatedly bullied other classmates. And you keep continuing spread incorrect ideas about gender, ethnicity, and race among their children. And how can a father who fails to teach his children the right awareness of human rights as a person can protect the rights of others?
I just taught my son to choose the right friends to play with. Only failed parents care about these barbarians. Who knows if one day they'll harm their children?
I promised them that I would change this town into a place where everyone could live comfortably and in harmony with each other, without having to be wary of anyone. At the same time, I'll also do my best to make this town a better place, with investments in local services to stimulate tourism demand. And because of my sincerity, they agreed to vote for me.
Investments? Oh, you must be a clown. I can't help but laugh.
If you want to laugh, do it while you can. You did not care about the people's interests, but only about your own interests. They told me they were required to donate an absurd amount to the town annually, but never saw you spend money on events or repairs. We all wondered where that money had gone.
I'm the mayor. The spending rights are all mine. I have no obligation to inform you.
Oh, really? Are you understand the law? But Jimmy, I really need to know where that money went to decide if I should invest in this town.
What are you talking about? Invest with what? Drugs? Or guns? Oh, you poor thing. The cops will find out about you soon.
Yeah, I think that too. Because I'll charge you for corruption.
Ugh, you must be high to say such nonsense. Today's an important election day, so you'd better get out of here, or I'll make you miserable.
Oh, it's too late. You should look out the window. I've already reached the polling place.
Hey, get out of here, right now! The chairman is about to come. I can't let him see you. Wait, why is the chairman's secretary opening the car door for you? I'm just dizzy, right?
No, Jimmy, your eyes can see very clearly. My secretary just opened the door for me, that's right.
So you are Mr. Robinson?
Yes, Mayor Jimmy. I would like to introduce myself one more time. My name is Robinson Kevin, the chairman of X Group, and also your rival candidate for mayor this year.
No, this must be a prank. There's never been a way for a black guy to be so rich. You're just a bunch of fucking rats polluting the world.
Well, judging people due to the color of their skin needs to be lifted from society. Skin color should not be a metric to categorize people, Kevin. I think you already know the result of this visitation, right? But don't worry, I'll still invest in this town. Not with a role of an investment, but the role of the mayor.
No, no! Hey, get out of here! This place doesn't need money from a nigga! Get out!
Oh, it's time for me to come onto the stage and speech. Hope you do it well.
No! No! You're a freaking monster!
Then I was elected and became the new mayor of the town. Jimmy seemed obsessed with power, so he couldn't accept the truth and went on a rampage after the election ended. But unfortunately, the police arrived in time and took him away. The first thing I did when I became mayor, that traces the money Jimmy had corrupted the people and then returned them. At the same time, he denounced his abuse of rights and positions to corrupt and oppress others. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison and banned from politics altogether. I guess this is really a big lash out for Jim. I've also fulfilled my promise by reorganizing the education system in schools and organizing more education classes on equal rights. At the same time, invest in restaurants and hotels. The town is now becoming an attraction on the tourist map. More and more black families are moving here, and all residents are welcoming and friendly. I'm happy to see that everyone can live in harmony with each other like